Here's the thing they don't tell you about self-help books. They won't change your life. I know, ironic. I absolutely love self-help books. But hear me out, because this one lesson that I learned is the thing that most of these books actually don't teach you. It's the secret to transforming your life, and once I got it, everything changed.
The lesson is surprisingly simple. You cannot think your way to a better life. You have to act. And I'm about to show you how I went from overthinking everything, constantly procrastinating, putting things off even though I actually really wanted to do them, to finally getting out of my own way and starting to take action.
At the start of my self-improvement journey, I was obsessed with planning. I mean, I still am, but now it's different. I would write out my goals in detail, map the perfect routines, create vision boards, and consume so much advice. Like too much. Books, podcasts, YouTube videos, Instagram posts, TikTok videos, series, you name it. Anything you can find, I've tried it. But when it came to actually doing the things I needed to do, I froze. I would always tell myself I needed to feel ready, confident, more prepared. But guess what? I stayed in the same place for years and months because those feelings never came.
Then I got this book, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, from a friend. I hadn't really heard of it before, I didn't necessarily want to read it, but I read it and now I'm so glad that I did. Mel Robbins, the author, talks about how in moments of hesitation you can bypass your brain's tendency to overthink and to freeze and to not do something by just counting down from 5 and then doing that thing when you get to 1. And yes, it obviously sounds too simple to work, right? I decided to try it.
One morning, I'd been debating whether I should or shouldn't go to the gym. I mean, I knew I should, I had promised to myself that I would, but I didn't really feel like it. I thought about all of the reasons not to. I'm too busy, I'm tired, it's cold outside, and it's more comfortable to just stay in bed. Also, I don't know where to start, and what if people were making fun of me in the gym? But then I remembered what I read. Just count down from 5 and then do it. It's literally that simple. I counted down, I got ready, and I went to the gym. I was still scared, I still felt unprepared, it was still cold outside and my bed was still the cozier place. But a tiny, imperfect action led to a habit that changed my life.
Another book that really solidified this lesson was Do the Work by Steven Pressfield. He talks about resistance, that invisible force that tries to stop us from starting anything worthwhile. And you know when resistance is the strongest? Right before you begin. Because after you get started, after you're already at the gym, you've started your workout. When you're already sitting down at your desk and doing your homework, your assignment, or working on a project, that's when things start to get into a flow. Putting in the work doesn't feel that difficult anymore. And the hardest part was just starting. So by making the start as easy as possible, by just counting down from 5 and just doing it, we make our work and our life way easier. If you want to read comprehensive guides on the 5-second rule and many other self-development books, I really recommend checking out Shortform. They have a collection of the world's most loved self-help books that they shorten down to just a few pages. You can read the short guides or also just listen to them on the go. I'll leave the link down below if you want to check them out, and thank you for the support.
Waiting for the perfect plan or the right moment is just resistance in disguise. Starting messy isn't just okay. It's necessary. It's how you figure things out as you go. The crazy thing is, once you start to take action, your mindset also shifts. You stop seeing obstacles and you start seeing opportunities. You start taking more chances. And I learned that progress, no matter how small, builds confidence in a way that thinking about progress never can. Even just saying you're gonna wake up at a certain time and then actually doing it, that builds confidence. You are showing yourself that you are capable of making a promise and then keeping it. And that helps you then build confidence to do bigger and better things. It will give you the confidence to start a business you've always been dreaming of, to start posting videos that anyone on the internet could watch, to start actually chasing your dreams. But thinking about doing those things, that doesn't build confidence. When I first started posting on YouTube, I was terrified. I thought, what if people think I'm cringe? What if they judge me? What if my voice sounds weird? What if my videos are bad? I overthought every single detail. But one day I just decided, you know what? At the end of the week, I'm gonna post a video. And it does not matter what happens or what people think, I'm just gonna do it. I told myself, just post it, like just do it. And then you'll see how it goes. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be an absolute masterpiece. Imperfect is better than not existing at all. So I did post a video. And no, I didn't go viral in my first video. Maybe a few hundred people watched that video. But now, looking back, that was the step that I needed in order to get to where I am. Looking back, I'm seeing how far I've come. Not just in my content, but also in my confidence, in the way that I see things, in the way that I approach the creative process, in the way that I learn new things. Now I have the courage to learn new things because I started posting videos without knowing how to edit, without even having a camera, without knowing anything about YouTube. I had to just Google the most stupid things in order to find out because I didn't know anything. And I taught myself how to do everything because I took action. And the confidence and the mindset shift didn't happen before I started posting. It happened because I started. Action doesn't just create progress, it creates confidence. And I used to think I first needed confidence in order to do something. But when you really look at it, confidence comes from starting, from doing things, from having the courage to step into the unknown, and from proving yourself that you are capable. Action transforms your mindset, not the other way around. So stop waiting for your mindset to change and start taking action. And here's a really fascinating thing. Neuroscience backs this up. Taking action creates dopamine, the feel-good chemical that helps you to move forward and motivates you to keep going. And this means when you take even the smallest of steps towards your goals, your brain rewards you and sends you a message that, look, this wasn't so bad, we can just do it again. It's a positive feedback loop, and it's one that thinking and planning alone cannot trigger. You gotta put in the work first. There's a quote that I love: action cures fear. Think about it, fear thrives in inaction. The longer you sit with a decision, the bigger and scarier it feels. If you're constantly just overthinking, should I do this, should I not do it, but what if I fail, but what if this happens, but what if that happens? You're gonna feel so much fear because that is just your mind creating more and more resistance. Your mind starts spiraling, asking all of these what if questions. What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not good enough? But the thing is, fear is like a shadow. Yes, it can seem dark and overwhelming, but if you start moving, it shrinks. I spent so much time making excuses for why I wasn't doing things, for why I wasn't going after my goals, for why I wasn't being productive, for why I was just procrastinating all of the time. Like with my YouTube journey, I would always tell myself I'm not confident enough, I'm not ready, I don't have enough equipment yet, I don't have enough knowledge yet. But honestly, deep down, what really held me back was my fear of being judged. I was scared of what people would think, I was scared of failing, I was scared of putting myself out there. And when I finally took action, when I finally hit upload, you know what happened? Nothing. The world didn't end. Honestly, nothing happened, but I did feel so proud. It felt so amazing to have done it, and I just continued with that. Yes, the video was far from perfect. To this day, I still avoid watching it because why would I? I know it's bad, but it is a starting point. The act of actually uploading that video and doing something, taking action, has made me feel more proud and more accomplished than any amount of planning and organizing ever could. Remember that fear isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And yes, it's scary, it feels uncomfortable, but that's what you gotta go through in order to expand your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen inside of your comfort zone, so you gotta go through those moments of fear and of uncertainty in order to go further. Fear and discomfort might feel bad in the moment, but staying in the same place forever is even worse. Making excuses for why you're not starting is even worse. I've been there trying to tell myself that all I needed was just one more month of preparation, a better plan, to just read one more book before I could officially begin. But if you keep doing that, you will never be ready and you will never start something. There's nothing more draining than living with the regret of not trying. So here's my takeaway from more than 300 books. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to finally know enough. Stop overthinking every little step. Just do something, because action creates clarity, confidence, and momentum. So, what action are you gonna take today to get closer to your goals?